What's up, you guys? This is Vault Kid, and welcome back to another welcome to a DVD. Well, not really a DVD though, but this is a Blu-ray plus video game update, and yep, you will get to see though, and yep, you'll get to see what I got on this video for this update video. And so I got, like I said, I got one Blu-ray, one PS4 game, one Xbox 360 game, and two GameCube games. Surprisingly, believe it or not, it will surprise you. So you won't get to see. So yeah, all those games, you know, I'm into it right now. So you know, I did beat, like, well, I'm not gonna spoil that up though. So you know, and not only that, yeah, the poster as well. I showed that poster before, just a little bit from the Forgiveness video for Wild Boy, you know, and you can't really see it because it's sunlight though, unfortunately, but luckily I had the picture of it for the thumbnail, which you will get to see, so, and an actual picture of it as well, so, yep, so as you can see right now, so, yeah, at least I decided to do it for you, but anyway, let's just go ahead and get the video started, so, or up video. So yeah, like I said, here's the poster, which unfortunately you can't see it clearly, but you know, but that's why I'm just showing you the picture of it. So again, right now, as you can see. So sorry, my lips are chapped. I need to put some lip stuff. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, here's the picture of the poster. Okay, now that's out of the way. Let's get to one Blu-ray now. This is the only Blu-ray I got right now, and I got this one along with the poster that I both got for Walmart. That and the poster, and that's the movie stars Dennis Quaid, and surprisingly, it's got Kevin Dillon in it, believe it or not. So, of course, Reagan. This is the one that came out last year. This is the Ronald Reagan movie with Dennis Quaid. Yeah, Dennis Quaid. I mean, I love Dennis Quaid as an actor, though. I enjoyed Dennis Quaid, his movies, though. Like, my favorite movie of his is A Day After Tomorrow. You know, he was in Jaws 3, you know. He was in I Can Only Imagine. What else he was in? I forget. But yeah. I absolutely enjoyed it, though. Reagan. Which is based on a true story of president, whatever, you know, that of the 40th president, Ronald Reagan, you know, he became president in 1980, you know. And then he re-won the presidential election. He won most states in 1984. But yeah. But I can agree that Ronald Reagan was a really great president back then. I mean, I know it's not political. I know it's going to be just cause some political issues about it, but you know, but I'm not going to get into that. But you know, yeah. So Ronald Reagan, you know, But yeah, Ronald Reagan's, yeah, like I said, Ronald Reagan, you know, he is a. Yeah, and I also think that Dennis Quaid does a great job as Ronald Reagan himself, you know. Yeah. And then, of course, George H.W. Bush, you know, he's the vice president of Ronald Reagan, so. Yeah, and then, of course, you know, during, you know, after Ronald Reagan left office, George H.W. Bush, you know, he get in office, you know, and then he got lost to Bill Clinton. So Bill Clinton is a two-term president. So you know, but yeah, I'm not gonna get much into it. So you know, but I'm not gonna get into that. But now, you know, Ronald Reagan, you know, he's, you know, I'm not gonna cost him. I better not cost him a lot of, you know. Unfortunately for this movie, it got some Razzies. Unfortunately, it didn't win any reward, which sucks because, you know, I mean, critics hated it, which I don't get why though. But keep in mind, all true story movies should get good reviews and rewards, you know. But I just don't get. I don't know. I don't get it right now. But I don't know. But I mean, I always thought Dennis Quaid as an actor, anyways. But I enjoyed this movie though as well. I'm not getting much into details about it, you know. But you know, well, just you know, I mean, I wasn't. Well, even though I wasn't really born or alive when Ronald Reagan was president, though, but you know, at least I learned all the history of presidents, like from George Washington, you know, everything, you know, up till like Obama, you know, was in office. Because I was a freshman in high school at the time. Because I remember I got the president yearbook, the president of the United States book, you know, I rented or I check out a book though, all the presidents and everything, and yeah, I do, and I learned every president, including Ronald Reagan, and yeah, and who's the president? By the time I was born, Bill Clinton was still our president at the time. That's how I learned about it. So but yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna get a lot of details about that. So anyway, it's Reagan. So like I said, that's the only Blu-ray I have right now. So yeah, I better not get too much details about that. So anyway, let's just get to the video games. So next, I got two different versions. One's for the PS4, one's for the Xbox 360. Well, the Xbox One version physical copy is pretty expensive for some reason. I have no idea why though. But yeah, but anyway, got Resident Evil 5. So got one on Xbox 360 and one's on PS4. So this is Resident Evil 5 though. I never cared about playing the fifth one whatsoever though, but I did like it though. It was pretty good. It was alright. I mean, it was a right game though. I mean, it kind of took like the type of formula. Like, it has like the same type of formula like with Resident Evil 4. With the sound effect and everything. Like you picked up weapons and stuff. But yeah, that. Yeah, so I got the price ripped off, which I'll have to see if I can get that off. Otherwise, I might get residue. So here's the PS4 version. Here's the Xbox 360 version. So. Like I said, with the Xbox One, the physical copy version is pretty expensive, which I have no idea why though, but I mean, I don't know, it's because there's a 4K disc built into it, I guess, I'm not sure, but so I got this one instead. So here's the Xbox 360 version. Yeah. So yeah. But not on Xbox One, unfortunately, because I just said it before, so but I do have it on PS4, so here's the PS4 version of Resident Evil 5. Yeah, as you can see, they do have different covers, so as you can see here. So, yep. So that, I did play this one though. I haven't played this one yet. It's because I don't have my Xbox 360 set up. So, here's that version, and but I'm currently playing this version. It's pretty fun to play the same game, different platforms. That's that. So. Alright, let's get to the last two. Well, yep, so I got two of these, which I'm glad I managed to get, though, because I've been wanting to get those forever. But I will eventually get the other three, but not the one, which I will get to in a minute. So I have the GameCube version of Resident Evil 2. So here's that one, and here's Resident Evil 3 Nemesis on the GameCube as well. Well, let's start with Resident Evil 2 first. Now, I mean, I love the remake, though. I mean, I have nothing against the remakes whatsoever, but I always prefer this one over the remake, in my opinions, because, I mean, they have all the weapons to it, though, and, I mean, one thing you probably didn't realize that they cut out Claire's crossbow for the remake. I have no idea why, though, but I still like that one just because they have, like, great fixed camera angles, voice acting and everything, Yeah, I forgot who was the guy who voiced Leon. The guy who voiced Leon Kennedy, passed away, unfortunately. I think, I want to say rest in peace. I mean, whoever voiced Leon, though, I forget who the guy was, though. I'll have to look it up. And I'll have to see, I'll review this just to see about it, just to see who, Here's Resident Evil 2, though, so. But, So I'm really glad I managed to get this one along with Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, but, here's that. And like I showed you about a minute ago, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. I mean, with the remake on PS4 or Xbox One or Xbox Series X or PS5 nowadays, it's always got to be like, it's always got to be how Carlos killed off Brad Vickers as a zombie. Like, why can't we have Brad Vickers just killed off by the Nemesis, in the remake, instead of just having him showing as a zombie later on, but killed off by a forgotten U.S. or a soldier or Umbrella soldier character, I don't get it, guys. But this game's got better writing, I mean, the remake, it's just flat out boring. I don't like the third remake. But no, I like Resident Evil 2 and 4 remake, but not the remake to this. So, you know. But this one I would prefer, though, for me. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Resident Evil 5 came out in 2009. Resident Evil 2 came out in 1998. And this one right here came out in 1999. So, you know. Yep. So, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, you know. But, yeah. Really enjoyed this one. It was a really fun game to play, though. You'll anytime you defeat a nemesis, each encounter, you get each of the parts or gun parts, whatever. You know, you get like the deagle, you know, desert or not, you know, like the pistol, you know, with the scope on it, and the M37, I think, with the Western type of shotgun, action shotgun, you know, and ace sprays everything when you defeat nemesis. But yeah. So yeah, that's Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. But you know, yeah. I mean, I am probably planning on getting Resident Evil 0 and 1 on the GameCube. Is because, I mean, I already have it on the PS4, you know, Origins collection. But I kind of didn't like it when they're two games like all together in one disc, because I mean, it just don't feel right to me. That's why I kind of like getting those separately, you know. And it's just better that way for me. That's why sometimes I like getting I mentioned. I think I mentioned this before, though. I like getting the same games on different platforms, just like I saw me with Resident Evil 5 about a few minutes ago. So you know. And of course, I will get Resident Evil 4 on the PS4 on the GameCube as well, because it's got the best cover art in my opinion. I mean, sure, it doesn't have that one weapon you unlock though, but still, you know. I mean, I am proud of the re-release version for Resident Evil 4. The only thing I have problems with, what bugs me, is the cover art. The re-release cover art of Resident Evil 4 re-release. Yeah, re-release, I mean, because for what I don't like though is because, I mean, it's got the entire, it's got entire form of Leon Kennedy, you know, standing there, you know, with his gun like this, you know, and just have the enemies in the background. That's what I mean. I don't like that though. I just kind of like the older cover or poster of Resident Evil 4 better. So that's just me though. Probably I just prefer that over the new cover or re-release cover, whatever's, you know. But yeah. So that's that. So yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video though. That's got 2 GameCube copies. You know, one's Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, one's Resident Evil 2. 2 different copies of Resident Evil 5. One's on the Xbox 360, one's on PS4, and the Blu-ray copy of Reagan with Display. So, sorry, my next itching, but yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So, and by the way, guys, yeah, I'm gonna be getting my haircut on the 18th. Because 2 days on the 20th is gonna be Easter, so I decided to get my hair cut before Easter starts, because you know I'm gonna be going to church though on Easter Day, and I heard one of my cousins has been baptized, so congrats to him though. So really proud of him though, which is really awesome though. So yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be the last type of videos I'm making with my hair being this long. I mean, I didn't realize my hair is being that long, because you know, for example, like when I was like 17 or 18 years old, I remember having long hair like this when I was still in high school. When I was in high school at the time, you know, between like junior or the first year of senior year, you know. But you know, yeah. So I didn't realize my hair's that long now. It's just crazy. I mean. Yeah, I'm just saying. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video or so. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. So, see you guys next time. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace out. Team with respect, and I'll see you guys later.